Hello, my darlings. Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL By Night. Chapter 4, The Devil You Know. Let's meet our vampires.
I am Brittany Trambauer-Smith, and I play Melisende.
Hi, my name is Tyler Sutherland, and I'm playing Aaron.
I am Leona Rohr, and I play Thomasina, Elena, Cuesta.
Zachary Vaudo, playing Anton Krovopuskov.
Cyrus is still not with us this week, but we hope he will be back with us soon. So, why don't we sit back, relax, and let's tell a vampire story. Now, when last we saw our coterie, the King and Queen buildings were completely in chaos for reasons that you only know to be that Alpha was there. But you did receive a text from Philip that he and Thomasina were safe. You also signed a treaty with Gracious Moon, only known as Mooney, the leader of the Glasswalker tribe of Atlanta. And now the werewolves are out hunting for the Primogen that they have yet to recover, Denise, Tabitha, Proctor, and of course Olivia. Now that you've had a couple days to yourselves, what would you all like to do as you wake up?
First things first, I want to take a second to shed some of that aggravated damage that I took last session.
Roll me 3 rouse checks.
Ooh, that's a 1. That's a no. So 2 hunger.
Okay, so you get hungrier, but you do finish healing up
Sweet.
a little bit.
I want to pull up the faculty portal for Emory.
Okay.
Just log in and get a sense of people's schedule, like all the schedule inputting, whatnot for the various faculty members, the various teachers, professors.
Okay. Most of them are just kind of keeping some in-office hours, at least twice a week now.
And I want to take note, now that I've received the information from Aaron, of Dr. Gilbert's schedule, like when she's available, when she's in office, etc.
She has Mondays and Thursdays for open office hours.
That works out for me. Is she on a day shift while I'm on a night shift, or?
She's on a day shift.
Okay. That will be a bit more difficult, but I'll come back to that. I'll think on that. I've got a couple of options there.
Okay.
You say it's been 2 days, Storyteller?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the first day we had off, I did go ahead and turn my phone off of airplane mode and decide to check on what was happening.
Okay.
My agent is not happy.
Yes, of course not.
Do I still have a job at CNN if I decide to come back?
Yes. Your agent is pissed, but lets you know that he was able to spin it in that you are in a location that, you had to secure your phone. So that is why you have not heard from anyone.
Okay.
Your makeup team has been furloughed until your return.
Okay. I sent my agent pages of the first 3 chapters that I did get finished on my end, sent to my ghostwriter and to an editor, so we've gotten at least the first 3 chapters worked out.
Okay.
Hopefully she accepts that as showing that I'm doing work while I'm out.
Yes. She is appreciative to see that work is happening.
Okay. And then I will have used my recollection of the Renasherie Camarilla and done some pretty intense studying in relation to other constitutions that I have been a, quiet member of how they came to be. Obviously how the 13 colonies were set up to start with. I will have looked at what was happening during the French Revolution and what kind of paperwork was drawn up by revolutionaries during that time. Some stuff during the Civil War, what came out post Union victory, and done a little bit of research on how it relates to demographic changes and how it's going to affect the population in general. And what do I find?
You find there's some similarities. There's things that you can see probably where these kernels came from. The people who wrote this document and the wording very much comes across like people who also lived through these other foundings, and so they're familiar with the kind of rules that come about with creating this. But in your history with the Camarilla, there's nothing like this. The last thing you can really find is some text on the Convention of Thorns, but there was not much that related to something like this. So this is very unprecedented for the Camarilla.
So my checking into previous kindred documents that I have ability to look at has come up short, is what you're telling me. Okay. Then on the other day, I will have spent the rest of the time dictating chapter 4 and 5 of my book as fast as I possibly can in a whole 24 hours, or well, not 24, 12 hours. And I will have called to check on Thomasina to see if she answers on the second day.
On the second day, will you answer, Thomasina?
I will have, before I will have seen it, but I have, on the day before, I've already asked Philip to take a break, and then I ordered Philip to take a break. I have sent a message to my friend Ray, who is another Ventrue, and I've also asked Ray if he would like to come over for dinner. And then gotten dressed and figured, fine, I'll text a thumbs up to Mel and just leave it at that. But I'm on my own. I would really like to be on my own. I was hoping for a night in, and I've also sent a text to Ray, follow up, if he has any news on Alpha. It would be appreciated. Has he got anything?
You get back. We were not the only ones hit. We were just the only ones that fought back, it seems. But we, as the Ventrue, have decided to lay low and accept this.
I'm going to ask if he's still coming over.
Yes, he is still coming over.
And then I'm going to get ready for Ray.
Okay. And so you see Mel's call come in.
Shit. What?
Is that any way to respond to somebody who's just worried for your well-being? It's good to talk to you too, Thomasina.
I'm going to hang up.
And I'm going to put my phone down, and I'm just going to text her in the group so
Okay.
that everybody sees it. Glad to hear your voice, period, 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 period. And then send it to her. Okay. Or send it to the group.
The group chat.
But messaging specifically her.
Yeah.
Wish I could say the same. Send it back.
Okay. So, good way to start the next day.
So guys, you both see these messages.
I delete the message I was typing of how back to Mel as Thomasina's message comes in.
And so, Aaron, what are you doing as you get up? And this is likely the first thing you see.
Going out, staying out of this drama, and sniffing out some other drama. Going to see if I can get in touch with Alpha in person.
Okay. Alf, are you going to text him?
Yep.
Okay. He tells you I'm at the house.
Okay. Denise / his house?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll head right over when I wake up.
Okay. And...
Is it just him, or is it more in the compound?
He's in the kitchen, and he's just kind of like washing some dishes. Just calm domestic alpha.
Those words don't make sense. I walk in. Alpha, it's good to see you in one piece, I think.
He just kind of smiles and just... yeah, it got a little wild last night.
I heard. Can I ask why it got wild?
Some people just really want to make things difficult. I'm doing my job. Other people don't like me doing my job, apparently.
Is there a way that you... I mean, is this how you're going to do your job going forward?
If people continue to behave this way, then yeah.
Okay. This is your job. I can't tell you how to do it.
No, not in the slightest.
There might be less fires if you stop making some, though.
You're funny. I like that.
Good. I wanted to meet up because I need some help learning how to do what we do. I can't change. I never learned. Denise has been gone for a while, so I was hoping that you could teach me.
Tell you what. When you understand why I did what I did the other night, I'll teach you. I'll teach you whatever you want to know.
Can do. I'll get out of your hair.
Do you know why I went, boy?
Because it's your job.
And what does my job deign me to do?
Your job is to lay down Camarilla law.
And what law did I enforce?
Not just your own, that of the city.
And what is that?
You're gonna have to help me.
Why do you think I went to the King and Queen building? Who do you think is in that building?
I would hope you would go to make allies and resources.
Oh, God, no. That fake-ass Primogen was in that building. There are only the Primogen that I recognize. Denise is the only Gangrel Primogen. Tabitha is the only Ventrue Primogen. And I went to have a little conversation with that motherfucker in that tower. And clearly, it didn't go very well, so I did my job. I did what I did in that tower for Tabitha and for this Camarilla.
Did you... I guess you had confrontation from both sides. Mm-hmm. Supporters, do you expect that same from us? Infighting?
I don't think so. Gangrel are far more organized than Ventrue have ever been. And plus, I've already took care of the others with no fires, so...
Okay. If you need my help with anything...
No, the rest of them are dead.
Okay. It's probably better that way.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you understand it fully, I'll teach you. Go on.
Thanks. And I walk out.
Okay, and he goes back to what he was doing. Thomasina, Anton, Mel, anything you guys would like to do?
This is the day of now, yeah?
Yeah.
Or night of.
The night of.
Just gonna get up and, do my normal bit of dictation. Mm-hmm. Not checking my phone today because my agent gave me an out, thank God. checking the blue phone to see if anything new came in, getting dressed in the not business attire, and getting ready for whatever the night entails.
All right.
As I haven't heard anything from anybody, I'm gonna look see if there's things to occupy the night. If there's any like after hours exhibits or showcases at museums, places where I'd normally be welcomed.
A couple museums are there's some just later hours to accommodate more people. Nothing really particular tonight. Hex has pulled up outside, and she's got her usual gaming bag. She just sort of comes right in, walks right past, makes herself at home, and boots up the Xbox.
Yep. It's like none of the museums are like of interest, or they're just extended hours. Nothing special going on.
Right.
Nothing interesting. All right. I want to try to find Proctor. It didn't go well. It didn't go well for me with Tabitha, but I want to give it a shot.
Okay.
So I'm going to, like, at my desk, pull out the ribbon, cut a piece, and I'm not going to get hungry. I'm going to drop the mic on the dice on the mic stand, and I'm going to roll my ritual check, which is all my dice. I'll light it on fire, and 4 successes.
4 successes. Nothing. No pings whatsoever.
And because I can't leave a stone unturned, I'm going to try again, but with Denise.
Okay.
Six successes on Denise.
Nothing.
Just toss the ribbon down on the desk.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to my, just into my bookshelves, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna take note of the books that I salvaged from the Sabbat.
Okay.
And just see if I can find anything that might give me any sort of insight into where they might be hiding, what they might be doing.
Okay.
Things like that.
Make me an... Let's see, let's call this... Ooh. Let's make it intelligence and occult.
All your dice again.
Pretty much. More than last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to burn a willpower.
Okay.
7 successes.
So there's nothing major that you didn't already know. You find some text that just says that there may still be small buildings that used to be strongholds. You get a few locations of former strongholds, but they're all vacated. There are places that you know to be vacated.
If you were going to help me at all, this would be a perfect time. I'll just head on back to my desk. All right?
One moment. So, as you say that, the blood that you had dipped the ribbon in spills onto your book, and a droplet rolls all the way down to the page and touches the name Rossellini.
Just as Rossellini, nothing else attached to it?
Nothing else.
I'm going to pull record books I have from Camarilla and Sabbat pre-final lights and pre-first light. See if I can just start looking, see if I can find a name.
Okay. Make me another. Let's call this Wits and Investigation.
Less dice. 1 success.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And the name doesn't ring a bell.
Son of a bitch. Then I will just. I'm gonna text. I text Dr. Carter.
Okay.
I'm just gonna text. Do you know a Rossellini? Question mark.
You get back. I think there's a kid in my advanced course. Did he get in trouble?
And I'll send back. No, but if you could send me whatever might point me in the right direction with him, let me know.
Says, okay, is there something I need to call you for?
I'll just call him.
Okay. And so he picks up and he says, hey, what? Is there a reason you're looking into my student?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to find some sense of fucking direction in all of this, and I got pointed towards the name Rossellini, and I cannot find anything in my books historically. I wondered if maybe you might remember. It seems there might be something a bit more contemporary.
Is this related to... And you can hear kind of a bit of sound in the background. He says, is this related to things that I know you to be more heavily researching for many, many years?
This is part of my more current research, as it were. But, you know, one thing spawns another. You circle back around to old ideas.
I'll think on it. And I'll let you know what I can come up with.
Please do.
But I don't think my student is a resource for you. If I even have a student named that.
Of course. I certainly hope not. I would very much not like this study to slip away from me, from us, as it were. They are too valuable of pieces of information.
Point taken. I'll let you know.
Thank you. I will hang up, and I'm just going to turn on my playlist and watch Hex play for a while.
Okay.
I'm going to add one thing to what I would have done.
Yes.
The same evening, first thing upon waking up, I would have called Elijah to check in.
Okay. Elijah is doing fine. Students are doing good. He's worried, but...
Safe?
Safe.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have anything they would like to do?
After probably like an hour watching Hex, I'll just text like our group any more voices to be heard.
Thomasina, do you respond?
Still waiting on Ray to get here.
Ray has arrived,
Okay.
and he just knocks on the door, and he just stands there very patiently, waiting for you to open the door.
I'll go ahead and open it.
He walks in, just shuts the door behind him, and just says, "All right, let's get this over with."
How long can you stay?
How long do you need?
I just need a little time, and I need some time not in the company of people that don't understand.
I don't know how good I am for company, but I guess I owe you, so I'll stay as long as you need tonight.
All right. And have you been to the aquarium here yet?
I've been a few times.
Okay.
Work functions and things.
No. I mean, my aquarium.
No.
It's an odd thing, but I've always really loved them. Let me take you downstairs.
Okay.
And I take him downstairs. There are about 3 or 4 different kinds of looms, collections of framed hand-painted tiles, and in the back of the house there is what, for all intents and purposes, looks like a swimming pool, but of course it is actually a very, very deep, large aquarium that is fed from the top.
Okay.
And I just say, you can take a look. And there's some light kind of filtering through.
Okay. And he is going to step up cautiously, keeping an eye on his feet planted far enough from the edge. And he's just looking at the fish. It's just like, okay. These are quite nice. Is that a swordfish?
It's a cousin. It's small.
Okay.
No, this is all fresh water, but this is probably the closest I get to feeling safe is right here. And gotta tell you, water's a nice comfort right now.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean.
I'm kind of starting to get the feeling that someone... Ray, I'm a paranoid, ridiculous person sometimes. But I don't understand how it got that bad. I don't understand what doggy door was left open for that mutt. I just really don't want to go back out for a while, and I don't really know how I'm going to avoid it either.
You're gonna have to leave this building sometime.
Yeah. But not before dinner.
No, of course not.
And I am going to spend some alone time with Ray.
All right. Aaron, you get a text message. It is from your blood dealer.
Great.
And it just says, got a fresh stock, contains something you're going to find really interesting, need to meet you ASAP.
Tonight of all nights, I'm really hungry. I'm gonna head straight there.
Okay. Okay. So it's raining. It's been on and off raining lately. Not quite storming, but good enough rain for drivers to lose their minds. So if you could make me a dexterity and drive check
Alrighty.
in your newly cleaned car.
It's a messy critical.
So you're whipping in and out of traffic, nearly hydroplane a little bit.
Okay.
Some baby driver happening.
But you do manage to make it to the spot. You're able to park in the parking lot that's nearby your meeting spot.
Gotcha.
And he is standing kind of close to the corner, but he's leaned kind of under a tree against the trunk with his hood up, trying to kind of stay out of the rain.
I don't make much of a show of being discreet. I walk straight to him.
Okay. He says, "Hey, man, thanks for coming so quick. Not gonna lie, I really don't want to keep this on me, so that's why I had to call you and get you super quick. You scammed me last time, but I'm gonna just call that square because
I
you..."
thought we left it at I opened the door for more opportunities in the future.
Yeah. Your type's not good with people anyway, so I'm just gonna let it slide.
Sure.
I've got junkies I deal with that are worse than you.
Great. What do you got?
All right. And so he's got a larger duffel bag slung over his shoulder, like a camping style duffel bag. And he pulls out a cooler, roughly, like a kind of 2 6-pack worth cooler. But he's trying to not make a show of it. He just sort of takes it out of his bag and sets it down next to your feet and then picks his bag up. And he says, "This, I don't know what's in it. I'm I'm not gonna lie, I sample a little bit here and there. I gotta know if shit's good. I can't have one of you fucking types killing me if I give you some nasty shit. And, you know, it gives me kind of a boost. But
We wouldn't want that.
yeah.
What do
but
you got?
It's different, man. Nothing has ever made me feel like this before, and I know you're gonna want it. And I gotta make my money, and I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to have this. So, there's 3 bags in there. 100, and we'll call it square. That's more than fair.
Done.
Cool.
I take the little bit that I had left over from Thomasina
Okay.
and fork it over.
All right. And he says, all right, cool. And he just kind of like lightly like kind of taps it with his foot. It says, I'm gonna lay low in case I'm really not supposed to have this. Feels like the kind of shit that someone would know if it was missing. So just, I guess, down it quick and you never saw me, okay?
That sounds... Thank you.
Cool, bye. And he's gonna go off through the parking lot, kind of weaving in between the Winnebagos and the campers, and just sort of disappears out that way.
So I've got 3 mysterious bags.
You have 3, they're just regular, they look like standard blood bags. No names or anything, but they look fairly standard.
Okay. If I open the tap just a little bit to
On the street?
smell it, yeah.
Smells normal. Has a little bit of a kind of a licorice, a hint of licorice to it.
Okay. I'm not going to eat anything now, because I know I can always get hungrier. So I'm going to stash it, and I'm already in the city, so I'm going to text Anton. Are you at your place?
So text back. Hex is on hour 3 of Fortnite.
Mind if I swing by just to hang out?
By all means.
Okay. I'll grab the bags, do a glance around, and head back to my car.
Okay. And you're able to make it to Anton's pretty easily.
Sweet.
It's not too far away.
Did either of you respond to my text earlier?
What did you text?
I just asked if there are any other voices to be heard to a group text, and that was the first time he responded. But you're at dinner.
I will text back. Actually, have some interesting research to share if I can swing by.
Sure, Aaron's on his way.
Okay, and I will thumbs up car drive. Hop in my Prius and head down the road.
Okay. All right. And so before too long, you're both arriving to Anton's place.
Anton, do you mind if I talk to you for just a second?
Sure. Is this personal or?
I'm not inside the building yet.
Okay.
We'll say you got there first.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
But Hex
Hex is still
pauses
here.
the game and goes,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Thanks, Hex.
And she just goes in the bathroom and goes, I guess I'll just take a long pee.
Just watch some cat videos or something. Thank you, Anton. It's been a while. You've been helping me find, track, sniff out whatever adjectives and verbs we want to use. I don't think I'll be needing help hunting the Garu anymore.
I was unfortunately thinking much the same, and I am, as I said, I am sorry that this is the way that this chapter closes. But I understand.
If it's okay, can we renegotiate your services? I have blood bags that you can use, but if I'm not going to be needing you anymore, I don't want to be like just shedding them around. That sounds selfish.
No, and I completely understand. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, like I said, we are not doing the terms of agreement for when we met. So.
This is prying. Do you have other sources? I don't want to be cutting you off.
Oh no,
Cold.
no, I'm. What you gave me is a reserve. I still have some I have not touched.
Okay.
He's back up.
Sorry that was so oddly formal.
No, yeah. Like I said, I understand.
Thanks.
It makes sense.
Hex, you can come back now.
Cool, I was already listening. And she comes back out and just goes back to her game, puts her headphones back on, and just goes right back to playing. Just trying to not participate in the awkwardness that just occurred.
And I will enter in just in time to get the full whiff of the awkwardness.
You walk right into an uncomfortable silence.
Research.
Yeah.
Yes. What have you brought me?
So I will have brought not my normal bag. I will have just brought a small folder that has my notes and other copies of things that I would have, made copies of. And I will, I guess, just come to Anton and be like, I have a little bit of experience in legal documents and the founding of new governments, and you are a history buff, so you know quite a bit about, especially, kindred things, and my research has come back that there is nothing like this that's ever happened in the history of Camarilla.
No, that is correct. The closest thing that we have to anything like this is the Anarch Revolution.
And that concerns me on a number of levels, mostly the possibility for uprising.
Yes.
For violent uprising. And I'm not 100% sure that myself would be the best diplomatic person for this particular thing, because the destruction of this Renasherie Camarilla would mean the ousting of my clan, and I obviously don't want that.
Most likely the two of you would be viewed less favorably. It does not necessarily mean that you would be gone. This is not the case in every state, but you would, as it were, you would not have it nearly as good as you have it now.
And maybe I wouldn't react violently, but I can't say the same for the rest of my clan. So we are in some pretty rough waters right now.
Yes. I will be honest. So long as what we have stays in place, I am less worried of uprising from internal. I am more worried for, reaction external. As I mentioned previously, I am concerned that the surrounding princedoms, the surrounding Camarilla outlets,
Sure.
might view us unfavorably, might view us as anarchs by another name.
I see.
If that were to happen, we could have true Camarilla as we have known it, as you were taught it, come in, believing that it is their duty and their right to establish a true Camarilla presence, a true ivory tower. And then we would be in a extremely awkward situation. We would be akin to California with its prince trying to rule in the middle of anarchs, but we're not anarchs, as it were.
I am also concerned about the power vacuum. I know that they placed, stand-in primogen, and I don't know how that will go over with the various different clans.
They're dead.
I'm sorry, what?
That was part of what happened at Ventrue Tower, was Alpha was clearing the board.
They're all dead.
Near as I can tell, it's not going to be a problem anymore.
And this was at the direction of Dot?
I don't know, but I think, I don't know whose order it was. I just know that it was executed flawlessly.
And this tracks with my understanding of what the Renasherie Camarilla would be, that they would have been...
Not entirely.
Okay.
This feels medieval Camarilla.
I see. And who was it that this was Alpha that did this?
This was Alpha.
Our sheriff,
Yes.
as it were.
This isn't good.
No,
Because the Ventrue are going to be very unhappy.
I imagine so.
Are they ever happy?
They are not the clan that you want to greatly upset.
Near as I can tell, no clan is one you ever want to upset. There's just ones you know less about, like Lasombra.
There is a tricky situation here. Our prince was very vocally identified as a traitor and violating the Camarilla, by whatever name it was mentioned, in public, in front of, I would say it had to be at least 2/3 of the kindred in this city. They know that he was a traitor, and they know that his treason was related to the true primogen. So on one hand, the primogen that he instated were fallacious. They were part of his treason, and thus they would have to be removed from power. On the other hand, I am not so convinced that all of them wanted the power in the first place, so I cannot say that I agree with Alpha's methods.
Perhaps a trial and justice would have been the way to handle it.
If
I'm
we
not
were following the Ranashari Camarilla, it would seem so.
I'm
Which
not
we can't do publicly.
sure that execution was the best method of.
I do not know his methods. I do not know if he told them to leave and they didn't. I would imagine that if that were the case, he would be justified. Granted, my understanding of him, he doesn't really need much of a justification, does he?
He is excellent at what he does. We've talked about this before. I've talked about how cold he's been. Sometimes that's the case, and sometimes he shows us that he's been there all along. With anybody, kindred or not, you can't take him at face value.
Specifically, the Ventrue at the King and Queen buildings, would we have heard of anybody other than just the primogen being killed?
At this point, we only know from him.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, you only know what Aaron knows.
And in this blaze, as we know it to have been, do you know if only the fallacious primogen was the one to go?
No. I don't have numbers. I don't have even a scale. But I would imagine that most of people who wanted to hold on to that false Ventrue primogen went up in flames with them.
I would imagine so.
This is what I was talking about. This is it.
We know that, frankly, Alpha is not the only person to feel this way. If you recall, we found out after the fact that, I'll just point to Hex, our friends the Nosferatu were handling their primogen. And
Hex
now...
just goes,
But handling a primogen is different.
oh, we fucking killed him.
Awesome. Okay.
There are some lines to read between.
Is different.
This was unfortunately, if we are playing the role of the Camarilla as everybody knows it, this falls in line. There are people who are part of a treasonous uprising, a treasonous corruption, and they were dealt with by the people in charge. I do not agree with the methodology, but as it were, as it is to any Camarilla that looks upon us, our sheriff acted accordingly, whether we like it or not.
I would love to check in with Falcon and see what her thoughts are on this.
I think that might be worthwhile. I feel that she will give a straightforward answer and possibly be less flagrantly accepting of it as thought might be.
I'm going to leave the folder. We were standing somewhere where there might have been a table or a coffee table or
coffee
something.
table.
That's plenty.
And it will be open, and there will be, copies of the, Constitution and, various other documents. And I'm going to take my blue phone and walk to the other side of the room.
Okay.
I'm going to look through the papers as she's doing that, and I'm just going to say to Aaron, if you would, consider this free and unwarranted research and input. I am excellent at quite a few many things, and not all of them are good. Not all of them are worth saying with pride that I am excellent at them. The same may be said for Alpha.
I never thought that I would be defending him, but if we have all of this scrutiny outside the Camarilla, I would almost want someone as just to the book as he is when it comes to potentials for treason.
As I said, I do not agree with the methodology, but this had to be done. But the same as I said to Melisende when she was speaking of how good it was to have a leader. I worry about applying praise early when we still have quite a long road ahead of us, and this man is walking it.
He's blazing it. Who else should we be concerned of? I don't imagine many people would want to go up against him, but do we have, other than, say, Falcon, any forerunners?
For the prince?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I might have a thought on possible people, but they would have to be nominated by the Primogen or somebody in the clan. But the Primogen would have to accept the nomination, I imagine. We will see. As it were. Maybe we will see if Falcon provides more input, if Alpha is even a worthwhile candidate after this.
Right.
And so real quick, we're going to go to Thomasina. You have finished your dinner.
Yes.
How deeply did you drink from Ray?
I mean, he's still alive.
Okay.
Within reason.
He is quite happily asleep on the couch then.
Right. I'm going to text Annette at schools, or my ghoul who works with me with the schools, and I'm going to tell her that I'm going to be out of touch for a while.
Okay.
I'm going to start looking at some flights. And I'm going to start seeing if I could actually take myself a break here a little while and not have to deal with this. And the more I think about it, the more it's just, I know it's not a good time, but I just want to feel like there's some control over the situation as it is.
There are some flights. They're a little rare, few and far between. And there are notices that flights are limited to essential medical staff.
I'm just going to put that away, and I'm going to go dip my feet into the aquarium. And I'm just going to...
The fish kind of skitter away from you a bit.
Yep. I'm going to look at my phone, and have I gotten anything back from Annette at all?
Annette tells you, general, like, okay, but are you all right? Is there anything I need to do? Anything I need to cover? Do you need me to bring you anything?
I just tell her, any questions from now on, go ahead and send them to my secretary. And that's not my secretary. She's just my PA. But go ahead and send them to the secretary, that I will plan to be back within about a week. And then I just kind of leave that, and I'm going to look at my blue phone. Is there anything new there?
Have any of you
Only
tried
what-
to send anything?
Only what I sent like about an hour ago.
And then I responded back that I had some information.
Mm.
And that was it.
And there's nothing from any of the other, from Falcon or anything like that. Nothing.
Not yet.
Okay. I just want to stay by the pool, by the fish for a little while.
Okay.
Until they gotta make me move.
All right. And so, Mel, are you texting Falcon or calling her?
Calling.
Okay. And so you call and it goes to voicemail the first time, but then a phone call immediately comes back in. And Falcon's like, hey, sorry, I was busy. What's up?
First, I want to check in on you. Are you doing okay?
Yeah. I'm all right. Kind of really glad I stayed behind now,
Oh my goodness, me too.
all things considered.
Yeah. If you have a quick second,
Yeah.
I have a concern that I'm hoping that you can clear up for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've read the Renasha Camarilla document,
Yeah.
and I've had the opportunity to do a little bit of research.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to check in with you on how the dynamics currently are of the power structure. Have you guys decided on a sheriff for the moment?
Yeah, that was Alpha.
Okay.
Dot elected him, and I agreed.
Okay. Are you aware of what happened at the King and Queen buildings?
Oh yeah.
And I understand the Renasha Camarilla decently, but I would love to know what your thoughts are on his behavior.
He's very old school. But in this instance, I'm going to trust that only happened because it had to. Sheriff typically does not also mean executioner, but we're kind of in a unexpected situation, and the best I can do is trust his judgment call because, according to Denise, he really hates to kill people of his own kind. So, I want to hope that he didn't want to do it, because then that'll at least mean that it happened because it had to.
Well, people of his own kind wouldn't have been in Ventrue Chowder, right? Or
Well, he means kindred.
I see.
He didn't give a shit about humans.
Right. I meant more simply his clan, but I understand where you're coming from now. I am worried that may set a kind of a harsh precedent with the rest of the community.
Oh yeah, I'm worried.
Is there anything that we can do to assist or to give you any sort of cushion or communication, anything like that?
Look, I'm with the birds right now.
Okay.
There's some things I want to talk to you about, but I'll call you later.
Okay, great. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for the information. Glad you're well. Call us if you need anything. You know where we are.
Okay, yeah. Have you checked in on Thomasina? Is she okay?
I tried to, and she proverbially bit my head off.
I mean, that was a lot of fire.
Yeah, but it wasn't something that we particularly had much control over, so
Yeah, but
I'm only minorly hurt that she reacted in the way she did, but I'm sure that we'll be able to mend those fences.
yeah, look, you and she are both old.
Mm.
Perhaps some understanding of how many revolutions you've had to live through can help kind of tailor some understanding.
Maybe my experience on the side of the rabble may not help her as much as you might think, but I will definitely reach out to her and be more understanding.
Compassion's compassion no matter what walk of life.
You are right. As always, thank you for your insight, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, I'll call you later.
Okay,
I'll call
great.
you later. All right.
I hang up and I place my phone back in whatever I have on me, which would be this awesome leather jacket. And I will join the group again. So, yes, she is aware of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was a group decision to elect Alpha, so it was not just singularly Dot making a, unilateral decision, which made me feel a little better. I love Dot. I just needed to know that it was more than just one person making the decision. She believes that it had to be done, that he does not like to do this type of thing if he can avoid it. They're giving him the benefit of the doubt. I am only relating what she is saying, not necessarily agreeing with her. But she did say that she believes that what happened is what needed to be done.
Problem solved.
Did
Next.
you mention the rest of the permission to Falcon?
I did not, but I would assume that she would know about it. That was my fault, but I expect to get another phone call from her in fairly near future, so when that happens, I will ask her.
I think it's worth keeping a track on, because we did not hear about other fires around Atlanta, as it were.
No, we didn't. But I'm gonna, despite the tone, I'm gonna check in on Thomasina again, just to make sure that she's, well.
What tone?
Oh, yeah. I figured the text message would have spoken for itself. I called her yesterday, and she was less than happy to hear from me. So.
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic because she hasn't contacted us.
No. She did not contact us, but she certainly did not want to hear my voice yesterday. So I can't imagine today is going to be different. I'm going to try anyways.
Yeah, makes sense.
I am in the middle of getting a late night Instacart.
Okay.
It is a lot of bread and a few things of fish.
Okay.
And it's mainly gonna be for my fish. The Instacart is for Ray. So I'm in the middle of ordering that, and just kind of scrolling through a couple of other things that I'm, just kind of wistfully looking at things that actually look good almost. Just feeling like this is the most ridiculous I've ever felt.
Okay.
So I am going to call her.
Okay. All right, Thomasina, your phone rings. It is Mel. Hex very quietly pauses her game and just lightly moves her headphone back.
Yeah.
Please don't hang up. Please don't hang up. Please don't yell at me. Are you okay?
I've had dinner. This reservation takes months.
Well, there's that. I obviously heard what happened at the King and Queen buildings. And I know that you're safe because I can hear your voice, and Philip responded, so I know he's safe, or at least he was at the time.
He's safe.
And you're fed, so that's good. So I'm very uncomfortable having this conversation with her because I'm not really great about talking about feelings. So this is good. So have they been started repairing the buildings? Do you know?
I don't know.
And then I'm gonna just take the phone away from my ear. Like, oh,
I'm going to reach over and push the speakerphone button on her phone.
I'm gonna hold it up here because technology's still not. I mean, I'm okay at it, but I'm not great at it. Great. So,
You just got a lot louder.
Oh, sorry.
It's because the rest of us are listening.
Oh.
Where are you?
I'm safe. That's about all you guys want to know, right?
Well, we found out that you were alive, and now safe is important, and now we need to find out if you're okay.
I did ask that. I tried to.
You did, Mel. To your credit, you did ask if I was okay. Good job. Great job. Now, I know Anton is there, so there's no goddamn way that Aaron can't hear this. So there's no goddamn way that Alpha's not gonna hear this.
This is a call between us three.
Yeah, you you're in the company of people who are not particularly what's the word? Enthused with his behavior. So please feel free to speak freely. I can go ahead and say that, Aaron will suffer consequence should he bring it back to Alpha.
Is
Is that good, Aaron?
It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Tell you what, if you guys want details, I'll be right over. Just let me get dressed. I'm gonna hang up.
Okay.
She's gonna come.
Okay.
I tried.
Are you heading over?
I am driving over.
Okay.
I've left
Ray is starting to groggily wake up.
Yeah.
Are you going to let him know about the impending Instacart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you know, there's some bread, there's some fish, and there's some buddy for you. They said they'll be here in about 45. How you feeling?
Okay. I'm good.
Great.
I'll be glad when they get here.
You staying tonight?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, but I'm not sure how much point there's gonna be.
Yeah. But I saw the same shit too,
You can stay.
Okay. I'll be here when you get back.
I'm gonna go get dressed.
Okay.
You are not kidding.
You would think in all of this politics and diplomacy that I've gained over my years, I would be better at just being friends with somebody, but
Politics and diplomacy is not friends.
no. But I do think that her and I may have some common history that we could share, and maybe I can be a shoulder to whatever extent I can, kind of on the other side of things, bourgeoisie, proletariat, that whole thing. But, I'll at least try.
This is very rude. How much history are we talking about?
Oh, do you mean me or us?
Anyone. I'm a baby.
Well, I can't tell you her age. That's impolite.
And she did not tell her age last time either, he asked, so,
Yeah.
all you, I suppose.
I need to know if it's okay for me to tell.
That is entirely up to you.
Okay, I don't know. I'm new to the game, so
It's among friends is typically fine.
okay. Well, I lost count as of last month, but I think I am somewhere in the neighborhood of 246 years old. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. 263. I've seen a few things and done a few things, and about the founding of the United States. Yeah, I was around for that. Obviously not during the day and not in the building, but I had a few talks with a few people. French Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lined up a few people for some head cutting. Helped create some interesting documents. Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did a little bit of work with the Union, specifically with Abraham Lincoln and his crew, kind of guiding some anti-slave sentiment, because slavery, anywhere, anytime, not okay. What's most recently? Oh, Martin Luther King Jr.
Mm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I worked with him, not him specifically, clearly, because I wouldn't want to, he's a man of faith and need to stay away from that, but I did have some conversations with those close to him, and
I'm sorry, I am very speechless. This is... Wow. That's very impressive.
I don't know that I would call it impressive.
I mean, we're barely surviving what's happening now. Having you would be most welcome.
Well,
And we have two of them, as it were.
My brain exploded once. Don't make it happen again.
I'm just saying, when Thomasina gets here, depending on her mood, maybe she will be more lenient and reveal her secrets.
humanity has lived through a lot of really, really shitty things. I'm pretty sure the undead can too.
This is what we are going through here is by far not the worst thing that our society has undergone, but it has the potential to get there, as it were.
Snuff it out before the fire gets too big.
And I think that is a great point for us to take a break. We'll be right back with the second half. And welcome back. So, Thomasina, you have arrived to the Athenaeum.
Yes, I have. And I'm gonna park the car right out on the street. I'm gonna just slam the door. I am gonna go right in. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna fucking touch my car, and if they do, I can't wait. So I go ahead on in,
Okay.
and I go on down.
And you see the groups just kind of sitting there together. Hex is still very invested in Fortnite, but still has one... She has one ear exposed, but she is very much not involving herself in this situation.
Thomasina, you look great!
Mel, you are here, and so are you, and so are you. Who wants a story? I've got stories.
Is she burned or injured anywhere?
She is not.
Okay.
Sit, please.
I think I'll stand, but thank you.
Thomasina, come sit with us, please.
I'm gonna go sit. Real ladylike.
The second that you sit, Hex is like... And just like pauses the game and just headphones down, goes upstairs without a word, and closes the door behind her. Yeah.
When were you made again?
Is that in character or out of character?
It's in character.
In the 70s.
Which 70s?
The more recent one.
Do you know how many other 70s I've seen?
Not specifically.
3. Do you know how many times I've seen massacres? A few. Never been responsible. Some of us can still say that. But I gotta wonder, how in the world every other clan seems to still have a building that doesn't have scorch marks on the walls that were getting scrubbed off? I gotta wonder exactly how much you guys expect from the Ventrue. And how you feel about what happened. Gosh, I didn't even ask about your feelings.
What kind of massacre are you talking about?
Do you know how many other Ventrue have died?
We don't.
Nobody will tell us anything, except that something happened and the false primogen is dead. All of them are dead.
Oh, wow. That's so many. That's like one per each clan.
Thomasina, how many Ventrue were murdered?
More than one. More than 5. Storyteller, exactly how many? Do we have a count yet?
As far as last count, 18.
Jesus.
So I can tell you that at last count there were 18
Left or murdered?
murdered. At last count. We're still looking for some folks.
How many of you are even left?
Definitely me and at least one other.
As far as you know, Thomasina, from how many you've seen 9 others.
So this is what a sheriff does? Because I've met other sheriffs.
No, this is what a psychopath does. What exactly happened at the tower?
I'll tell you that I was in Tabitha's apartments, and that when the screaming started, when everything broke out, she has a safe space, which now looking back on it, I really should have got my ass out. There's no reason that place should have held on to me and Philip as long as it did, but it did. So yeah, that's 3 for sure. There's more. Aaron, have you been back to the compound since?
I have, and I've talked with Alpha. I can't begin to imagine that scale. I can't say I'm sorry for Alpha because he does what he does. But I can say that I will do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. I can't say sorry for something that I didn't do, but I can try to help. That's not the best I can do. That's what I can try to do now.
Well, I guess then there's no hard feelings. In fact, you can tell him, when you next get the chance, that I'd love to have him for dinner. And if he wants to barbecue again, if he wants a real barbacoa, next time I will bring the mojo. Está clara?
I don't think that's going to go over very well.
I don't either, now you think. I mean, it's a really ridiculous proposition trying to be amicable right now.
It sucks. It's awful. It happened. Before it gets worse, we need to make sure that we're not fighting ourselves.
You know, it's a good point. It's a really good point. In fact, one of the things that keeps driving me crazy is that in over 200 years, I keep trying to get a little foothold here and there are interruptions that just abound. Like this. Like having a place that should be perfectly secure. Not only secure, but itself a monument to power. And I can't but kind of guess that Alpha just can't stand that. I mean, of course, that's one of the reasons that he's sheriff. Ooh, he just doesn't take no for an answer, does he?
He saw Atlanta under the Sabbat, where the entire lake was littered with bodies. Both sides, some even human. And I'm going to take a step back, because I don't want to say that. Go on.
You probably don't.
I have been silent and seething this whole time.
Thomasina, I'm going to ask a question I do not know if you know the answer to. I'm trying to make some sense of this. What were the... I don't even know if you got this information. What was the general sentiment among the Ventrue of this new primogen? Were they accepting? Were they unwilling?
You know, there's never anything but sweet, cuddly ass kissing around the Ventrue. We really do like our diplomacy. We do. There's an order. Our order. Which a lot of people usually accept. They have for millennia. With good reason. So this setback, as it were,
I cannot fathom a reason, a justifiable reason, why more than this stand-in primogen would die unless the others tried to fight him, did not accept the rule. The rule that he should have laid out came from the existing primogen, the ones that Talbot lied about. This is the only thing I can think of, apart from him enacting his own form of a blood hunt.
most of the fighting that I've ever seen since I've been in Atlanta, among other Ventrue, has been a sweet, sweet kiss and then doing everything you can to undermine someone else's power until you have the time to gain it yourself. I have rarely, if ever, seen outright fighting.
Exactly.
I wasn't there. I wasn't in the room.
But you are not as your type are not as hands-on as our friends.
You
here.
survive by waiting. I know Mel knows that. You've raised your flag in a couple of places, but you have gotten your ass out of there every time you needed to. That's how we work. That's how you get to this age. Both of you. Some of the people who are in there, probably my age, probably older. Some also much younger. The way that things work from here on out, I'm happy to continue to help. I'm happy to get closer to each and every one of you. I need you guys to understand that I may have difficulties with orders. I will try and keep my answers brief. I will keep it to single yes and no, but there might be a no. And you guys have got to respect that. So, what are y'all doing?
I'm thinking that we may need a refresher from the Primogen as to the scope of our responsibilities in this city. We have waffled. We are the shepherd looking after the lost children, bringing the childer into the fold, and then we are maintaining the peace with our clans, and now we are helping to keep this Ranashri Camarilla in place, and we are helping to bring the other Primogen back, and it seems like we don't have a clear idea of what it is that we are supposed to be doing. Meanwhile, somebody comes in, is made sheriff, and kills... I don't even know how many of a single clan when our numbers are already so few. I think that Falcon and Dot, possibly Tilly, possibly not, might need to give us a confirmation on where are we supposed to sit back and just let things happen versus when are we supposed to do our job of protecting the city from whoever harms it.
First sense I've heard in days.
I need something to distract me. Whatever it is, if it's hunting or fed.
Is that upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go over to the computer, just punch up the Ring doorbell.
It is the Atlanta Police Department.
And
they knock again. This time a bit heavier.
I appear to have visit from the police, as it were. Wait here. You remember how to get out the back if you need to.
Do you need me to come with you?
No, I'm supposed to be here.
There's another heavy knock.
I will be right back.
Sure.
And I'm going to
Atlanta Police Department.
head upstairs. One second. I'm gonna close that door. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna shuffle, grab papers off of the table, go over and just throw the door open. Yes, hi, hello.
Okay, and in front of you, you see two officers, not full uniform, kind of dressed down, probably was working some late duty. Says, hello, sir. We got a call about a noise disturbance here. Is everything all right?
I don't even have neighbors. Who called for a noise disturbance?
We got reports of a woman screaming. Sir, do you mind if we come in? It's just a wellness check. It'll just be a minute.
Yeah, we're empty up here. But yeah, come on in.
And they're going to come in and start looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, is there anyone else here?
I had friends over earlier, playing Fortnite. They left.
Are you sure about that, sir?
As far as I'm aware, unless they left and came back while I was up here.
And one of them goes over to the basement door. Where's this lead, sir?
That is my office, please, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm sorry, sir. We're going to have to check your office.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Officer Jones, Atlanta Police Department.
Yes, Officer Jones, Elena, the police department.
Sir, do you know how it sounds when we get a call that a woman was screaming in this building, and now you're not going to let us in
I have let
to
you.
a room?
I have let you into.
You are blocking our entrance to this room.
I have let you into my place.
Do we need to take you into custody, sir? Or can we finish our wellness check?
I would like to see some form of identification before I've already let you.
Absolutely. And he pulls out his identification. Officer Jones, Atlanta Police Department. It is authentic.
Okay.
And his partner with him pulls out his identification. Last name is Stella. Kind of an Italian-looking guy. The other guy is blonde. And authentic identification. Now, may we do our job, sir, or is there anything else you're hiding?
Let me ask her to get dressed first, please. Please.
Sir,
I would appreciate. I'm going to call down. I would appreciate some understanding, please.
okay.
Thank you. I'm going to.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna open the door, lean down, and go. Tommy, honey, would you mind coming up here, please? Some police officers were concerned.
I'm gonna pull off some of my more questionable jewelry.
I am going to get into the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll be right up.
Okay, I'm gonna close the door. So I'm gonna look back at the police officers and just go. This is not something that needs to be made public, if you don't mind.
And as she is going up the stairs, or as she's going, I'm going to whisper loudly, like stage whisper, Warrant! And then they go into the bathroom.
I'm gonna real quick text Hex
Okay.
saying police are here. You're probably already hidden. And that's it.
Okay. And you're going to get a text back that says, holy shit, I went to the corner store.
Great.
And you're going to get a follow-up message really quickly that says, the fuck did Anton do?
No response.
Okay.
I'm gonna get upstairs. Hey!
Yeah, as she's coming up the stairs, and I go, honey, fix your blouse.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Ma'am, do you mind if we speak to you privately, please?
Well, I'll be honest. It's just been a really long day, and I'd really like my partner.
It's okay,
here.
ma'am. This'll just be a minute. We just need to speak to you privately.
You're gonna be okay, right, honey?
yes, I tried to tell them this is a private matter.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to.
I
report
assure
about.
you we'll keep your indiscretions secret. We just need to talk with you privately, ma'am.
Can we go outside?
Yes, of course.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay,
And they're going to lead you outside to
Okay.
the squad car.
I'm gonna turn on heightened senses.
Oh, to the.
No, just to stand beside the squad car. They'll just lead you down the stairs so that they can stand nearby.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on
They
heightened
say-
senses, go near the window, and just have my hand
Say,
on the door.
ma'am, we received a call that there was a woman's scream. Are you okay?
Screaming.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. As far as is.
Have you been hurt?
No, not at all. It's a big city. Not to mention, it's Atlanta, guys. As far as I know, like, it could be anyone around here.
It was reported from this building, ma'am. Why did you scream?
I didn't.
Has there been an accident? Ma'am, it is okay.
Gentlemen.
We can We have ways of keeping you safe. Are you afraid you might get hurt, ma'am?
I'm going to use some awe.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
You become supernaturally attractive to them.
gentlemen, this is the sweetest thing that you would come and check on us all the way out here. I know it's a busy night, but I could tell that it's been a long day for both of you, and
Ma'am, are you okay? You're seeming... Are you okay?
I'm so much better now that you're here.
Do you need us to check on you later? Would you like information about resources?
Oh, you know what?
Are you afraid of the man you are with?
Not at all. Not at all. Not with men like you around, no. But those resources you were talking about, though.
Yes, ma'am. There are numerous women's shelters, and we do have some safe houses that the police department has access to.
You are so well informed. Well done. I am fine.
Okay, ma'am. Would you like for us to return again later? Maybe send a non-uniformed officer?
You send your cutest one. Sometime, let's say, sunup?
Sounds good.
Thanks.
And one of them kind of nudges the other and laughs and says, I know who you wish you'd send.
You've done.
All right, ma'am. We'll let you get back to your evening.
Look at you protecting and serving. I'll see you guys
All
later.
right.
And I'm
Good
gonna-
night, ma'am.
I'm gonna walk my ass back to the Athenium.
And you'll notice that their demeanor during your awe, they didn't buy it.
I'm just gonna wave.
And
Head back in.
they give you a courtesy wave, and a car goes zooming right by, and they're like, fuck, shit! And get in the car real quick and take off towards that car.
I'll open the door as soon as that car pulls away.
They didn't buy it. We need to get out.
I've never been so fucking insulted in my life. Alright, what the hell is this?
I don't know. We need to get that. We need out. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run back downstairs.
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna say, Mel, I don't think warrant would have done would have made any difference here. We need out.
Did anything happen in the recently that might draw people here?
My tires kind of squealed. That's how I drive.
I park where I always park. I never park behind this building.
I drove terribly, but that was...
Shit.
Hex? Where's Hex?
Hex is down the street. She's okay.
Hang on a second.
Aaron, you get a text from Officer Stella, who works at the station with you, that just says, hey, some hot ingenue wants a checkup in the morning.
Ingenue?
Is there an address for here?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
What is it?
Well, it's police business, and I think it's related. Someone might be using the police as the tip-off, though.
What did they want with you?
They just wanted me to check up on our suite.
I asked them to send the cutest one, and they text you.
Oh.
Your feelings could take a blow tonight too. We need out. Wait a second.
Do we need out at this point if they're texting?
Before we make a move, you have a bag with you, don't you?
I always have my bag with me, yeah.
Okay.
Is it your police bag?
No, it's my usual backpack. It's got, got my rations. It's got my gummies.
Okay.
Did you get? Look, I've had my feed over the last couple of days. Have you fed?
No,
Okay.
but I did get some news stuff.
From the same guy?
My usual guy, yeah.
Okay. And you
He was
when did you get it from him?
tonight.
When tonight?
Before heading over. And he
Immediately?
was pretty adamant of offloading it.
While they're talking, I am finding metal objects in his home. Not anything occult, because I can pretty well tell the difference. And I am furiously gathering them and trying to, like, fashion myself some kind of thing to put together. This is not a thing I'm good at, but I'm ready to go. Like, I am, like, if you had anything metal that I could put together and, like, make it into something, or I'm picking up, like, something, my keys are in my knuckles, and I'm, like, rolling my sleeves up, and I'm just making as much noise as I can.
Did you deal with him immediately before coming here?
Yes. And I didn't think of...
Did he follow you?
No. I pull out the blood bags, and I take a closer look at them.
Standard blood bags.
Can I peel off the labels to see if there's anything underneath them?
Nothing underneath.
This is what you have.
This, yep, 3 fresh bags of... I don't even... it's something. That's
Something.
On one of them, you do see some faded text. Looks like a name,
Okay.
but it's kind of an indentation, kind of like somebody had a stack of things. So this was the one immediately below the stack, but you can't really make out the name.
Okay.
But that's all the detail you can notice from these.
May I see?
Yeah. And I'll hand over one of the bags.
Let's look it over. It's plain.
Yep.
That's it.
Completely plain.
Every bag that he sold you last time had a name on it.
Mm-hmm. Name,
Do you typically get
blood bag,
do
blood
you
type.
typically get completely anonymous donors like this?
It's rare, but it does happen sometimes. The times when you've gotten anonymous blood from the past, it has been from higher up people, more blue blood type.
I might, so, I don't think well when I'm hungry, and I didn't care. I just needed it.
I'm still making a lot of noise.
You can still come to me. What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck leaving. Let them come back.
What are you holding in your hand?
Keys, forks,
A pin.
spoons,
There's
a
a pin. There's like a half of a lamp. Like.
I'm gonna gesture towards the drawer of steaks.
Oh no.
The spear.
This is not for Kindred.
The spear in a glass case.
Fuck the police.
No.
Let them come fucking
Let
back.
Edward Junk Drawer Hands do what she wants to do.
Sorry, I can't say it.
Really? You want to stay? We need out.
Hang on. I would like to see what this is in a place where I can actually maybe figure out what this is before we run.
Yeah.
I still have heightened senses up. I'm gonna just open one of the blood bags and just let it like waft out. See if I smell anything.
I'm gonna open the basement door and I'm gonna just sit there.
It smells like licorice.
Can I smell that?
Like licorice?
Yeah. The smell of blood is very overwhelming, especially for you, Aaron.
But it's like
But there is a hint of licorice.
with heightened senses, it smells like licorice.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it smell like ouzo?
Don't.
It smells like black licorice.
Could
So
also
it's
be
more
absent.
It's also that kind of like bitter sweetness.
Yeah.
And he was very adamant of you offloading this.
Aaron, I need you to, let's just say, roll me your hunger dice real quick.
1 failure.
That smell is extremely overwhelming.
Yeah, Anton, either do something with it magic-wise or give it back.
I do not think that giving it back to you is the best idea, but I am looking to see what I can do with it.
Hold on, wait. Why are we looking at me? The police report was about a screaming woman.
That's the one thing that you're a cop, man. What do? You hear about a screaming woman, you're gonna what? Not go in to see what that is?
But if they tailed me, they wouldn't know about you. So
No, Aaron. This is a public building. on the street corner, across from the Puppetry Art Center and behind Center Stage. There are no neighbors. There's nobody to report a screaming woman.
They just needed a reason to be here, and whoever called them, that's a great reason.
And I guarantee you, you cannot be heard down here. It's part of the whole thing. I only let them
Talk about that more.
I only let them in so that I would not be taken away. And unfortunately, I can't think of another fucking thing to do. So
Don't worry, they're not fucking getting in now.
Oh my god.
I could
She might actually get them.
I
She
could-
might win.
I could use her a bit more. Son of a bitch. If anything happens, please call any of the 3 people with a doctor surname in my phone, and I'm gonna touch my finger to it and just try to taste the blood.
Okay. Make the roll.
Mm-hmm.
And how much blood is taste of blood? Is it?
Literally a drop.
Okay.
Like this. I need
Okay.
nothing more than the smallest amount to taste.
That's such a loaded question.
Mhm.
Oh god.
That's what this is the least amount that I have to do anything.
I know.
That's why I did it. I'm gonna burn another willpower actually.
Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 successes
Okay.
to tell me pretty much like who it like what kind of person is it? What's up with the blood? Is there anything like
Tastes like licorice.
Mm.
Has a little bit of a sandy aftertaste.
okay?
It's a little gritty.
Is it human? Is it supernatural?
You can't tell.
At that point, I'm supposed to be able to, but I can't find anything.
No.
So is it okay? Is it bad? Is it tracked? You can't track blood, can you?
Well,
Well, yeah.
I
Aaron, could you make me another roll, please?
I cannot determine.
It's 2 failures out of 3.
I cannot determine the number of
This-
things.
This smell is overwhelming. Your hunger
I'm gonna
is rising. That beast inside of you is practically clawing inside your chest.
I'm gonna cap this. I'm gonna cap it back. I cannot determine the things that I am supposed to be able to determine.
I don't know what that means.
It means
doesn't-
I am not fully convinced that this is blood.
Okay, so it's...
It definitely smells like blood.
It smells like blood,
just
but
blood with, and it tasted like blood. It just had that
But-
sandy, little bit of grit consistency, like a soda that's been in your car
right,
too
but
long.
it's the flavor is off, the consistency is off, and I could glean nothing from it.
Anton, do you have any of your own stores?
Yeah, mini fridge under the desk.
Just for now.
I go to it, pull it open, and just tear into the closest first bag I grab.
I've just been storing whatever he's been giving me over the past
Okay.
3 years.
You're able to remove 1 hunger die, and you're a little bit calmer now.
I would like to study this, but I would also like very much to completely get rid of it. I'm gonna call Dr. Esther Mendez over at Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call her.
Okay. She answers the phone and says, it's kind of a late call. Are you all right?
It's fine. I have something that could use our learned eyes on it.
What's happening?
I do not know, but a friend of mine brought it. It seemed normal, but the smell is off, the taste is off, I cannot discern anything from it, and the police showed up earlier to ask me about it. Well, not ask me about it, but to check on me.
Yeah, the police are busybodies. What'd you do?
Nothing. That's the thing.
Okay, you probably got the wrong address.
No. I do not believe that,
They're
they're
fucking humans, Anton.
I do not believe that shortly after receiving bagged blood that is brought to here.
You already have plenty of that. If you were going to get popped for it, you would have been long ago.
Astra, I'm not convinced this is real. I'm not convinced that this is not being traced.
There's synthetic blood on the market. It's being tested. If you have some, it probably got stolen.
The person's very adamant about him offloading this as soon as possible.
Yeah, because he probably stole it. There's some labs down at it's one of those ones over near Emory. There's some phlebotomists working on it.
What? Do you know anything about blood that would taste like licorice and gritty? Feeling.
Sounds like somebody trying to make a cheap substitute for blood. I know they're trying to make synthetic stuff to make transfusions easier. They probably don't account for people that would know what it tastes like.
But why would it be so important to get rid of this so fucking quickly? If that's the case.
Because somebody probably thinks that some lab security is coming after them. We kind of have too much going on in this city for this to be this much of a goddamn deal when I know they're making synthetic blood 3 blocks away.
Can I hear this conversation?
Yes.
I have questions about why someone might, and I truly believe someone got the blood to Aaron and also called it in. I have a hunch it's the same person.
I'm gonna hear a siren and be like, "Come at me, you fucking fascist pigs!"
Things are a little heated over here at the moment.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
They're heated all across the city. Why is synthetic blood suddenly a problem?
We are a bit more involved in the things that are going on across the city, so we are a bit on edge, as it were.
Yeah, makes sense. But if somebody lifted from a very high-tech laboratory, they probably were trying to offload to someone they knew would buy it immediately and probably get rid of it just as quickly.
Well, if it's a high-tech laboratory, why would they be making cheap synthetic blood? It'd be something more important, wouldn't it?
Because they've just started. It's always shit in the beginning, you should know, with every scientific experiment. Somebody probably stole it to make a quick buck, and it sounds like they made a quick buck off your friend. They're probably hoping he consumes it quick so there's no evidence.
If you hear anything off, please call me.
Will do.
Thank you.
Any word on Proctor?
Not yet.
Call me if you hear even a single word.
Whatever they're using is strong. I could probably use the group back together.
I can't find her myself either.
We always worked better together, didn't we?
I guess.
Right. Let me know, and I will let you know.
Yeah.
And I'll hang up.
I still feel like it's a big red target.
I am not comfortable having this here. And I'm not comfortable with it being in the possession of somebody that might drink it.
What is it?
I don't know. My colleague seems to think it may be nothing. I am cautious by nature, as it were. I find great peculiarity in a person that we did not do well by last time, if isn't the same guy. Suddenly coming to you with a mystery big score that I imagine was a very good deal.
Too good to be true.
And then you bring it to me, He very much wants you to get rid of it as soon as possible. The police show up, and I cannot get a read on this. Which is the part that sticks out to me, is it's the not knowing part that sticks out to me.
Is there more that you need to do to
If
work
it
with
was
this?
if it was synthetic, as Astra had warned you, you wouldn't have gotten a read on it.
Mm-hmm. Still makes me concerned.
Just wanted to clarify.
Totally.
Do
Still-
you
still
need
makes
to
me-
just dump it?
Aaron, can you roll me your hunger die real quick?
It's 2 failures. One's a critical.
The second that the concept of dumping it leaves your mouth, that does not sit well. In fact, that quite pisses you off.
I don't know. I do not feel comfortable having all of this here. Part of me wants to find out if there is anything off about this, but I am also concerned if police are showing up to my safe haven.
Alright, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Can I have it back? And I'll dump it. I'll chuck it right now. I'll down it right now.
No, do not eat this.
So give it... Just give it back.
Have you already eaten this?
No. No. I'm off because I don't do well with hunger, but I have not eaten it.
You can help yourself. It was everything, things that you gave me are there.
No, for every bag that you take from me, I'm taking 2. Do not do this.
What's
There
this?
are hundreds of things going on with the city right now. This is not a big thing. Just 1 bag.
How much of your equipment do you need here to work with this?
I'm not a chemist. I don't have the ability to study this. What is so special about this?
Because it's mine. And I'm hungry. And you're in my way. Those are 3 strikes. I'm not asking again. I can't take all 3 of you at once. But it would be you first, you next, and Mel last.
That's good to know.
That would put a damper on our friendship.
It would, but this is... Don't make this the thing that breaks us. Cities are on fire. And I don't want to lose this that we're doing.
I'm going to carefully take a step towards him. This is special. He's got plenty of blood, but there's something about this in particular that is drawing you. And I know that that's not making you terribly comfortable right now.
It tastes familiar.
So you have tasted it.
Not this. But fake blood, not fake blood, non-human blood is... It eats different. And I don't get it often. And I haven't had something like that in a while.
What was the last thing that you had that was special?
Garu. And that was 20 years ago, and I have not sated that hunger in a while. Garu are really hard to kill. I just got my slate cleaned with them. I went through a lot to get that taste, and I just got it, a whiff of it back.
This tastes like Garu blood.
No, yes, it doesn't matter. It tastes different. All right, I'm taking my 2 bags and leaving. You can... I'll be back for that one later.
Aaron?
Aaron, are you leaving or are you stopping when he calls you?
Aaron, I would very much like for you to stay.
I'm stopping.
Okay.
Aaron, if you leave with something that is that dangerous, that might put a target on us. You endanger yourself, you endanger everybody in this room. You endanger all of us.
I know. It's just...
I am asking you as a friend. And that is where I would like for the pushing to stop.
Can I make a will roll?
Mm-hmm. Please roll me your willpower. Every siren that goes by, Mel is just ready.
That's only 2 successes.
Yeah, your willpower's not holding too strong.
Anton, you're saying words, and I know they mean something.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't hear anything else right now except just pulsing.
I understand then.
Just all right, just a little taste. We can see if it's bad, and you can knock me out. You can do the paralyzed thing, and you can purge the blood, whatever. Just enough to satiate what I want, and for you to feel like you won.
I'll fucking take him out if I have to. I got some energy I gotta fucking expend.
Is there a way that you and I can hold him? I gotta ask. There may be more of an identification that we can get off of him sampling.
It's possible.
Mel?
Okay.
Mel?
No. You can have your taste.
Yeah, what?
I need you. Could just... Aaron, we'll give you the taste. Mel and I are going to hold on to you.
No. You can have the taste, but not here. I'm going to walk over to the filing cabinet that is covering the sub-basement and push it aside.
Okay.
You can have it here.
Fine. Just toss it in. I will leap down in the cellar. Just give it to me. All right, I'll follow.
Okay.
Put those 2 bags down.
If I do that, you won't...
Put them down or I cut this one right now.
No, you won't hurt them.
Put them down or I will start to hurt them. Because I'm very uncomfortable with where you are right now.
I feel more sane than I have in a while.
You don't look it.
That doesn't matter. I am not giving up these 2 bags.
Then how do I know that you do not consume them all?
All right, you have your safe, yeah? And you can change the code on the safe. I'll put it in. I'll reset the code. I keep the code. You keep Tilly out of my head. And no one touches it until I've come out and I'm as fine as I say I'll be.
Deal.
Okay.
I'll go over and I'll open.
So what is it? Is it come or go?
Come on in. The war is over for now. The next battle might begin.
God damn it.
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna pull 3 books out of there
Okay.
and put them into one of the filing cabinet drawers that lock.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Okay. I'll put my stash in there, change the code, set it to a number.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll discuss the number privately.
Sure.
I'll come down the stairs, and we'll still be rifling around making a lot of noise. What I'm doing at this point, other than just being really angry and having nowhere to put it, is really what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'm speaking in French. I personally can't do that, but she is, and it's
Yes.
it's fast and mean, and it's
I'm gonna,
Okay.
I'm gonna open the trap door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna reach down and pull out. I didn't put anything else back down there that I took out. I'm gonna just reach out the little wooden box of vials
Okay.
and put that on my desk.
Yeah.
I'll take a mug that I got from one of my travels.
Okay.
Hold it up. I'm going to pop the blood bag. going to squeeze into there. About halfway.
Okay.
Stop. Close it. And just hold it between him and the thing.
I'll go down. Yeah.
Okay.
Take the bag and go down.
I have my hand, if you'll let me, on the cup while I'm on the stairs.
Okay.
There are no stairs.
Well, just
Yeah.
holding myself not to be Bugs Bunny dropped.
Okay. Okay, are you going down with
As
the
soon
blood?
as Anton releases the cup, I'll drop down.
Okay.
I want you to understand the amount of trust I'm putting in you right now.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through that. I really am. But if you don't let go, I'm going to take your hand. 3, 2.
I'm going to let go and shove him in
Okay.
I'll take it down with me
and just close it.
Okay, so you're going to close it. And so, Aaron, you are locked in this room by yourself.
And I'm immediately going to call Falcon.
Is there a light
No.
down there? Okay, so you are in pitch black.
I'm trying my best to make sure it doesn't spill
Yeah, trying to get it right up on your mouth.
and just snarling as much down as I can.
I'm immediately calling
Okay.
Falcon.
Aaron, it tastes like licorice with the sandy aftertaste. And as it goes in, you feel this kind of well and pressure in your chest, kind of feeling like it's the saddest day of your life. And there's a bit of a pit in your stomach, like maybe you're gonna throw up, maybe not. You can't really tell which. And you kind of start finding it hard to see. Your eyes are kind of struggling. And then after a few moments, it's gone. All the uncomfortable feelings are just gone. You're kind of tingling all over, every ounce of your skin tingling with energy and strength, and where you felt nauseous and sad before, now it feels better than your best day living.
The bruising I got in my hand from...
Gone.
God.
All of your... You can now mark all of your aggravated damages healed, and your hunger is satiated.
Sweet.
I'm on the phone with Falcon at this point.
I'm
Calling.
sitting in a corner reading a book that I found on his shelf about the French Revolution.
Okay? Okay,
Just
and
call-
so you're calling Falcon.
I'm in on the call, or trying to
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
We have a problem.
what's wrong?
I would like for you to come to the Athenaeum immediately, please. We have a problem with one of our own.
What happened? Is it Mel?
No, it is Aaron, and I would not like for Alpha to handle it.
Oh, this is kind of stepping outside my jurisdiction. What has happened?
Please come here, and we will discuss, and I will hang up.
Mel, your phone rings.
And I'm like furiously going through pages about
Yeah.
the guillotine, and so I'm gonna see that Falcon and get really upset that I have to even answer it all, and I'm gonna answer it. Yes.
I have been asked to come over because something is wrong with Aaron, and I hope you can understand that I'm not coming. I can't do that. He is Alpha's responsibility. He's a lost childer. I cannot intervene if this is as bad as Anton trying to demand me to come over. He also needs to understand that I am a fucking primogen. I am not his mother to be called and demanded to a location. Now, before you have that awkward conversation, what I wanted to talk to you about, no one can hear me, right?
I'm gonna look around and see if anybody's looking at me.
Are either of y'all looking at her?
I'm
Nope.
across the room.
No, but I haven't turned
okay.
off heightened senses yet.
Well, and my I still have the book open. Just give me a second. I am going to step upstairs and see if there's any pigs that I can fight off. I'm gonna trudge up the stairs and I have one hand still full of various materials and kind of just fling the door open and go not around the corner totally, but just on the side of the building or near the building where it's not far away from the cars, but not too close. No, I don't think anybody can hear me now.
Okay. I was going to, like, call and try and make this sound, like, fancy.
No, just say it.
Dot intends to move forward with the election, which I agreed to, as did Tilly.
Okay.
That means that each Primogen is to select a candidate for prince from our clans. And then the council at large will choose the top candidates. And after that, there will be trials, and then there will be voting. And I just wanted to let you know that you are my candidate.
I'm going to put the phone away from my ear, and I'm going to say as many French expletives as I know. And I'm going to stomp and say fuck and kick water and do shit and throw stuff and make what would look like to anybody passing by a homeless person having a meth fit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a moment, and I'm going to bring the phone back up to my ear and say, that puts me in a rather precarious position.
I know. But a Brujah prince, especially one like you, could really make a true change in this city, and you've got the mind for it. I know what you've done. I know what you've accomplished. People still talk about France. For fuck's sake. We need a prince we can actually trust. We thought we had that with Talbot, but apparently he's corruptible, and you aren't.
Falcon, I haven't lived
This
this
is
long in
not
the
something you can
spotlight.
turn down. This is me giving you a courtesy formal notice.
I understand.
And that's where we're going to leave off for this week. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Take care and stay safe.